So we're all raring to go again. In life, of course, there's so much more important than this game, and yet this game feels so important. It is crucial, imperative that the teams harbouring ambitions to go a long way come smoothly out of the blocks here, and it's all building up very nicely. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And as you can see, we've already started here. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, I've always been impressed with how this guy, Szoboszlai, has been able to combine physicality and the finesse he can also add to his game, Peter. He makes good use of his strength when receiving the ball in tight areas, and he has that trickery and athleticism to beat people, and a spring in his step, always a spring.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Messi, this might spell danger. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And here's Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai. Gullit gets into a good position. Orban promptly onto that, and that is that. Distributed tidily. Oh, that's delightful. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls. Oh, that's superb. Smooth. Bullet! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And this is Inzaghi. That has been slung wide.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. All the way back. Hungary trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball.
It's a mighty effort! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, delightful ball. Struck first time. It's off target and by quite a way.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Now, can they get him away? Always onto this. And Gullit! Ruud Gullit! Beyond special! What a player! A finish right from the top draw. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
Howson is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And the counter is on. Oh, he's found support out wide. One-nil here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Knocks it out wide. He's picked his way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Great ball, and he's in here. Pings in across. Big header! Really well taken goal. That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Hungary really will be annoyed. They failed to make anything of their lead, and it's so typical that this happens.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each.
Everyone, please welcome to the field our players.
And that's the second half started.
Jeff Chiba are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Szoboszlai! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Szoboszlai clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
They want to be quick to recover this. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
I think it's a very fair effort, Peter, considering he didn't have much in the way of space to play with.
Roberto Carlos. And here's Hullet. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And that's put paid to a promising move. Messi. Yaya Toure. Here's a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Hullet. Kerkez. Nagy. And it's Kerkez. Aimed beyond the defence. Ball driven. Oh, smashing header! They just took too long getting forward.
Szoboszlai cannot be that slow, and it took the sting out of the break, and a big chance wasted.
Cafu looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Well, the quicker you cut out the service, the sooner you isolate his threat.
Yaya Toure plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Howson. Yaya Toure. Toure stood his ground strongly. Here's Roberto Carlos. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Can he finish? Oh, it's a beauty! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And they've got their lead back. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. McTominay. Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. Howson. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. And it's Yaya Toure. Roberto Carlos. It's Roberto Carlos. And that interception was most necessary. Good ball, good take. Szoboszlai. He slings it in. And it's hoisted clear. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Shoots! And that could have brought them level.
Szoboszlai really wanted that, didn't he? Probably a little too much, to be honest.
Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Roberto Carlos can get it clear. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Messi. And it's Yaya Toure. Into the last 5 minutes. Messi is fouled.
Substitution in progress.
And somehow it stayed out. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. McTominay, dealt with nicely by the defence. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Szoboszlai.
This is the time you need that pace.
And time is up. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game... Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And already we're underway here. And it's Messi. Little pass back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. He's away! Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
There aren't many defenders, Peter, who assist more goals than Andy Robertson here. That's for sure. He's reliable, consistently excellent in what he delivers going forward, and it doesn't really compromise on his defensive duties. A manager's dream in many ways, and a model man, and I would say a model footballer.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. McTominay. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Christie.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Adams. Howson is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And it's Hullet. Now it's Messi. And he's in on goal. It's Inzaghi! It's in! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Jeff, Chiba are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Howson. He steps in, and that's the end of that. What a throw in. Howson. Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. 15 minutes till half-time. Passing is crisp and sharp. Threads one in. Now it's Adams. It's a goal kick. Howson. Messi, very much a man of this moment. McTominay did well to step in there. That was more than necessary.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Yaya Toure. That is good strength. McTominay. Gilmore, not the most accurate pass. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. McTominay does really well to win the ball there. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Jeff, Chiba really have looked very good in transitions, so I'll be expecting more of the same in this second half. They just need to remain patient and just wait for that chance to break again.
Leading 1-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Yaya Toure. And this is Hullet. Messi gets into some space. Oh, nice touch. Foot in. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Ambitious ball here. He's in space and looking for options. The ball swung in, punched away. Robertson is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Now it's Christie. Robertson gets into a good position. Howson is there and he can get that clear. Still just a single goal between the sides. McTominay. Pass somewhat off target. Aimed beyond the defence. Chips it through. Can he finish? It's in! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are...
And the shot! He scores! Back to within one! Interesting! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Scotland get themselves back into contention.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
That's an imaginative pass. Crosses it in. And that has earned a reprieve. And the shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, it looks like they just want to introduce a new focal point to the attack.
Point-blank header! And he's there to belt it away. Christie receives it in a good position here. Plays it... There's the header! He can get that clear. Oh no, what has happened here? That's a nicely shaped ball. Inzaghi has got himself a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
He'll fancy himself from here. Roberto Carlos! That's very neat. And he whips it in. And that has been knocked clear. ...75 minutes played. McTominay. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos, always on the lookout for any signs of danger. Can he get on the end of this?
Jeff, Chiba surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Gilmore. And it's Robertson. Now, can they get him away? In it comes. Caught offside that time. Yaya Toure. Now Howson. No, that pass isn't the best. And he's there to make the challenge.
Scotland really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Very much into the last knockings. Roberto Carlos. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Played into space. Think through. Well, that's an excellent interception.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
He has found the way through. He's having a hit! Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to... Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Tar finds himself in the starting lineup. Jim, what would you say are his most notable qualities?
He's a really physical player, Peter, and it'll be hard for anyone to get the better of him in.
Has a shot!
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Mateus. Hernes. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's Kimmich. Hernes. Hernes will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And it's Tar. Rudiger. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Aimed beyond the defence. He is just caressing the ball. White receives it in a wide position. And it's Rice. Owen. Trippier. Now it's Rashford. And here's Trippier. Now it's Rashford. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Shot could be on. Shapes to shoot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Musiala. Germany yet to have an attempt on goal. Mateus can so cleverly bypass the press. And it's Musiala. Decent progress down the left. That's tidy. Played in. He's got tall. Oh, that was no routine save.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
England are looking to go forward now. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that...
Corners! And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
Hernes, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Kimmich. And Mateus. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's an excellent interception. White. Stones. Adams. And it's Scholes. Rice. It's Saka. Looking for options for movement. White puts them all in. And that has been clubbed away. Stones. Good ball, good take. And he's decided to go for it. Trippier. 0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game. Stones. He's got away. That is good strength. Can he finish? He's got away with one there.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Mateus plays it short. England have the chance to go the other way. Rashford. And it's Rice. And Adams. And we've reached half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. And we are up to the break.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Scholes is the team's great visionary. Rice. Trippier. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And he goes cross-field.
That's a great ball cross-field.
Oh, that's a key interception. Stones. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Knocks it into space. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
Owen really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Takes aim and crosses. White gets good distance on it. Mateus. Well, that has not gone well. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Kimmich. Plays a sharp little ball here. Hones! That was superb goalkeeping.
Hones really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 3 coming up. And it's been taken short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Chooses to go cross-field. Rice. Germany have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Trippier. Oh, that's nice. Rashford. And he's in on goal. Beckham. And it's Scholes. And this is chance for a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Owen is offering a wry smile there.
Hones. Oh, that's fabulous. Trippier gets a foot in here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now it's Rashford. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Havertz. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Rashford gets into a good position.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Knocks it out wide. Out to the right. Saka. And it's Rice.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Well, that is one way to stop him.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Sané.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Sané touches it back.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Rice. And Adams. It is going to need 30 more minutes. No winner after 90.
Well, 0-0 doesn't offer a fair reflection of what we've seen. The game's been vibrant. I think the atmosphere has remained buoyant, and we just need the scoreline to step into line.
So to clarify, extra time will follow.
Security staff for each block, please report to the staff room immediately. Substitution for England, number 6, Scholes.
Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time.
Beckham, number 13.
And here's Owen. Great ball, and he's having a shot!
Bellingham, number 10.
Mateus.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Gerrard, number
Musiala.
15. Substitutions taking
And that
place.
looks a decent ball. It's a promising position. Little pass back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Rashford. Looking for the run. That is ended up in no man's land. Werner. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And he has shown him a yellow card. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague, and they look worried.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
Foden is onto it in a flash. Bellingham. And it's Trippier. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Can he get it through?
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Half-time, extra time.
Please make sure to watch the
Halfway through extra time, and still we are deadlocked. Is it time for a hero to step up and to grab the headlines here?
Substitution for England, number 14.
And we're off for the final time. So, for the last time, who dares to win? And he's had it nicked away. Tries to play it through. Aimed in towards the centre. Hernus. Gerrard. Played out wide. Now, can they get him away? White. Crosses it in. Caught offside that time. Great vision. Rudiger gets across to intercept that.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake, or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise.
Foden. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Trippier picks it up out wide. Deep cross. Neuer claims it without any fuss.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And it's Bellingham. Threads one in, and he was quick to react. Still inseparable. We have penalties.
Well, energy levels and stamina were great during extra time, and the emphasis was very much on trying to win it.
Now the time for brave hearts and strong minds. An exchange of stares, and we're ready to go. And he puts them one up.
He was always looking good there. Nice penalty.
Musiala is the next man in the spotlight. Coolly done, one each.
Always a little more pressure when you're trailing, but it didn't show.
Parma will take their second. Saved! Keeper's done brilliantly.
Well, it was a possibility of happening like that. The way he was moving beforehand, very good save.
Hernus is second man up. No! Denied remarkably.
Well, he had a little look at the goalkeeper, and maybe that put him off.
Gerrard is the third man to step forward.
Well, you can't approach a penalty with any doubt, or you'll have to rely on luck.
The third man in the queue.
I thought he did really well to hold his nerve then and score that penalty.
He steps up to take the fourth penalty.
Well, he totally nailed that penalty, picked his spot, didn't change.
Rummenigge comes up, their fourth taker. Great stop! And the keeper punches the air.
Oh, that's a super save from the keeper.
Can the goalkeeper come up with a moment? That's it! It is done! Germany falls short in the lottery that is the penalty shootout. As cruel as that is, the two sides...